Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about squatting in the Smith machine. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. This seems to be a really common question. People ask me what I think of squatting in the Smith machine. Is it okay to squat in a Smith machine? Can they run my novice program with only a Smith machine and no real Olympic bar? Now to answer the latter one, then no, you need to change gyms. If you're serious about running my program, there's no way you can run that with a Smith machine. Now, I'm generally not a fan of the Smith machines, but for some movements they're more dangerous than on others. A lot of pressing, yeah, you can get away with it. I'm not a huge fan, but you can get away with it. I would still rather see people use a barbell over the Smith machine. But for movements that have a longer range of motion, that have very specific loads they place on things like your spine and your hips and other things, Smith machines are dangerous. And I would say particularly with squats. Now, some of the other YouTube channels, even people I'm friends with, like squatting in the Smith machine. They even do it in some of their videos. I personally feel from a biomechanics perspective that it's dangerous and that it's a good way to fuck your shit up for life if you do it wrong. And you cannot squat correctly. If you're squatting in a Smith machine safely, you're actually not doing a true squat. You're doing a different movement, so it's working muscles differently than a squat does anyway, so it can't replace it. Basically, the only way you can do a Smith machine without putting major stress on either your knees or your back, because you pretty much have to choose which one you want to fuck up, depending on where you set yourself and what bar angle you go, because it's going to lock one of the two into a wrong angle. But the only way you can do it without messing either one up is to basically do a hack squat, where you put your knees and your legs way out in front of you and you do a hack squat so that it pulls most of the posterior chain out and you put most of the load on the quads. And you'll see people do that to where their feet are out fairly far in front of them, fairly narrow stance, and they squat, but everything stays forward. So they're not actually, their torso isn't bending over or moving at all. They're staying upright, but they're doing basically a hack squat. And it looks just like a hack squat on a machine with your feet forward if you do it on the Smith machine versus just doing a hack squat slide. So it really just replicates that movement. And so even though you can do that type of squat in a Smith machine, that's not the same as a barbell squat. So you're not really doing a true squat. But that is the only safe way to do it. Alright guys, but I hope that clarified my point on all of that, and also reminding everyone the thread is up on the Facebook fan page. I'm going to link it down below in the description for the Monday Q&A. So that's up there. If you have questions you want to ask to try to get them in the Q&A tomorrow, go ahead and post them up. But that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you next time.